I stood on the edge of Table Mountain and felt the weight of the city pressing down like a slow tide. The wind cuts through you, sharp and unrelenting, carrying with it the ghosts of a place that never sleeps. The cliffs here aren't just rock and sea. They're memory, they're history, they're the unspoken language of a city built on the bones of the land. It's not just the view that lingers. It's the silence, the way the wind carries the weight of unspoken stories, the way the sea whispers secrets that only the cliffs remember. This is Cape Town's coastal cliffside culture, where the land, the sea, and the people are bound together in a fragile, enduring rhythm that time can commodify. We're talking about a way of life that clings to the edge of the world, where the ocean is both a provider and a predator. It's not just a place. It's a mindset, a rhythm, a survival instinct carved into the bones of the cliffs. The cliffs are more than rock and sea. They're a boundary between the known and the unknown, between safety and the vast, unrelenting ocean. Life here is built on the edge of that line. Here, the sea is not a distant presence. It's part of the family, part of the story, part of the daily struggle. It feeds, it destroys, it demands respect and resilience in equal measure. These cliffs are home to those who have made a pact with the sea, to live in its shadow, to move with its rhythm, and to carry its weight on their backs. It's a way of life that has endured for generations. But it's not just survival. It's a culture of memory, of tradition, of a deep and unspoken understanding of the world that lies beyond the shore. The cliffs are not just a place. They are a history written in salt and stone. You might not think about it, but Cape Town's cliffs are more than just a backdrop. They are a living archive of stories, of lives shaped by the sea, by struggle, by survival. These cliffs have witnessed generations of people rise and fall, of families who built their homes in the shadow of the waves, knowing they could be swept away at any moment. The cliffs are a testament to resilience. They remind us that even in the face of relentless nature, human spirit persists, sometimes in quiet defiance, sometimes in silent grief. You should care because these cliffs are not just a place. They are a mirror to our own fragility, a reminder of how we are all shaped by forces greater than ourselves. When you look at these cliffs, you're not just looking at a landscape. You're looking at a history of courage, of loss, of people who chose to live where the world is most unforgiving. The cliffs of Table Mountain were once sacred to the Sand People, who called them the breath of the earth. They moved in harmony with the land, their lives shaped by the rhythms of the sea and sky. Then came the Dutch, who saw the cliffs not as a home, but as a resource. They built forts, carved paths, and claimed the land for a future they could not yet imagine. The British took over, and with them came a new kind of order. The cliffs became a symbol of control, with colonial homes and railway lines slicing through the landscape like scars. The apartheid regime turned the cliffs into a symbol of racial division. Black communities were pushed to the periphery, while white privilege thrived in the shadow of the mountains. Today, the cliffs stand as a silent witness to centuries of struggle, resilience, and transformation. They are not just rock and sea, they are memory and meaning. It's not just about the view. It's about the people who live here, their lives, their stories, and the land they've called home for generations. These cliffs aren't just rocks and sea. They are home. They are memory. They are history written in stone and salt. This is not just a place. It's a way of life, one that's been shaped by the sea, by time, and by the people who never stopped calling it home. The cliffs hold everything. They hold our ancestors, our dreams, our fears. They hold us. This is Cape Town's soul. It's in the silence between the waves, in the salt in the air, and in the hearts of those who live here. The first step begins with the land itself, a raw, untamed edge where the sea meets the sky. It's not just a place, it's a foundation, a living canvas that defines the rhythm of life here. The people who live here don't just inhabit the cliffs, they are part of them. Their homes are built into the rock, cradled by the wind, and shaped by the sea's unrelenting presence. Every structure is a compromise with nature. The walls are not just built, they are carved, molded by the hands of those who understand the language of stone and wind. The cliffside is not just a home, it's a test. It demands resilience, patience, and an intimate understanding of the forces that shape it. To live here is to acknowledge the sea's power and learn to move with it. This is the first step. Not just building, but becoming part of the landscape. It's a beginning, a settling into the rhythm of a place where survival is not a choice, but a way of life. The first step is the foundation, a base of sandstone and granite, shaped by centuries of tides and time. It holds the weight of everything that comes after, from homes to histories, from life to loss. Then comes the structure, a precarious balance of wood and steel, built to defy gravity. Each beam is a promise, a defiance of nature, a statement of human will. The next layer is the life that clings to it. Families, businesses, memories. They are the soul of the cliff, living and breathing in a space where the sea is never far. But the cliff does not give without taking. It demands respect, a constant reminder that it is not a place to be conquered, but a place to be understood. The weight of living here is never light. And in the end, it is not just about survival. It is about belonging to a place that is both home and a threshold, a space that is always in motion, always shifting, always waiting. The third step is the clever twist, the moment where tradition meets ingenuity. It's not just about survival. It's about reimagining what it means to belong to the cliffside. This is where the old ways meet the new. The cliff is not just a place, it's a partner, a guardian, and a challenge. To live here is to accept its rules, to respect its power. Every stone, every mark, every gesture is a story. A map of the sea, a promise to the land, a warning to the future. These are not just rituals, they are records of survival. The clever twist is the understanding that to live on the cliffs is to live in a constant negotiation with nature. To build is to adapt, to honor the past while preparing for the unknown. It's not about holding on, it's about knowing when to let go. The cliff does not give its secrets easily, but those who live here learn to listen, to feel, to move with the rhythm of the waves. Beneath the waves, the ocean floor is a world of shifting sands and buried secrets, where the tides dictate the rhythm of life and death in ways we barely understand. The cliffs themselves are not static. They are the result of centuries of erosion, the slow and inevitable wearing away of rock by the relentless pull of the sea. The science of these cliffs is not just about geology. It is about the delicate balance between nature and human presence, a balance that is increasingly under threat. As we walk these cliffs, we are not just walking on land. We are walking on the edge of a geological story, one that has been written by time and is still being rewritten. In the silence between the waves, there is a hum, a quiet, steady pulse of the earth, a reminder that beneath our feet lies a world both ancient and alive. Cape Town's cliffs are like the old, weathered pages of a book, each one holding stories we've barely begun to read. They stand proud, yet wear their age like a badge of honor. Weathered, but not broken. We look at them and think we understand. But in truth, we're just guessing at the weight of their silence. They are not monuments, but Memories, etched in stone, carved by time, and guarded by the sea. In their stillness, there is a kind of wisdom that no human language can ever fully capture. Before you go, if you enjoyed this, please give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And tell us in the comments what you'd like us to make next. We read every single one. Thank you so much for watching. Comment this emoji if you made it to the end.